Good morning. I am Alkanegi Tomar. In the series of Saints of India, we are taking Adi Shankaracharya's story today. We appreciate your effort in posting comments on our channel. Today's content is based on the book Saints and Mahatmas of India by R. K. Gupta. Adi Shankaracharya is accredited to have revived the theology of Advait or non-dualism as against the newer theories of Anatmavad, which spoke of non-existence of soul. Shankaracharya was not only a philosopher but also a religious leader. It is believed that Shankar was born at the banks of the river Purna that is situated in Kalati Kalanda of Kerala. The exact date of his birth has not been established. Some believe he was born 4th century BC, yet others believe the time of his existence to be around 7th or 8th century. Shankar was named after the Indian deity Shankara. He was a child prodigy and had learnt the stories from Vedanta and Puranas at a very early age. He graduated from Gurukul at the age of 7. His teachers were amazed by his prodigious memory. Once, his mother had gone to the Purna river to fetch water. The river was some distance from their house. Mother could not return home in time as she fainted due to the heat and extreme fatigue. Shankar went to look for her and was distressed at her condition. He prayed to the Almighty to instruct Purna river to flow near his home. It is said that soon after the river changed course and actually started flowing near his house. During this time, the desire to renounce the worldly life emanated in his mind. The mother would not hear of it, and he did not want to leave without his mother's permission. One day, while he was taking bath, a crocodile caught hold of his leg. Seeing this, the mother screamed of fright, but Shankar was calm. He told his mother that he could be saved only if she gives him permission to leave home and become a mendicant. The terrified mother immediately gave him the permission to go. After promising his mother to visit her at least once before her demise, he left home and reached the banks of Narmada. He was initiated into sannyas. Under the instruction of Guru Bhagavad, in a very short time Shankar became adept at yoga. His guru instructed him to go to Kashi and write a summary on Vedanta Sutra. Here he became very famous. Many people became his disciples. He would give discourses and also wrote the summary of Vedanta Sutra. Once, Shankar was on his way when he was met by a man who belonged to low caste. The man was surrounded by 4 dogs. Shankar told him to leave way for him as he was in a rush. The man looked at Shankar and asked him, "You speak about non-dualism, then how can you discriminate between man and man? You are asking me to leave. Are you asking the body or the soul?" Realizing the essence of the man's words, Shankar immediately joined his hands and took him to be his guru. Some people believe that this Chandala or low caste turned into Lord Vishwanath and instructed Shankar to write a commentary on Brahma Sutra. He also told Shankar to popularize Advaitism and preach about him. After this, Shankar took to touring the country to speak about religion. He would conduct debates and convinced and converted many into the Sanatan Dharma. In this manner, Shankar did the humongous work of uniting the country on the basis of religion. During this time, there was a couple, Bharati and Mandan Mishra. Both were great scholars and were the followers of Mimamsa philosophy. That speaks about the interpretive exposition of truth through logic. They had a huge following. Shankar set up a debate with Mandan Mishra. Bharati became the chairperson. After a long debate, Mandan Mishra was left bereft of any answer. Hence, he had to be declared as lost. But Bharati intervened, saying that since she was the better half of Mandan Mishra, he was only half defeated. She challenged Shankar to a debate with her. Shankar accepted the challenge. After long debates on various topics, the winner could not be decided. Bharti then brought the topic of conjugal life to the forum. Shankar, being a celibate, could not debate on this topic. He requested Bharti to give him some time to prepare the topic. After taking her permission, it is said that he entered the body of a dying king and enjoyed the life of conjugal bliss for a year. After this, the debate between Bharti and Shankar was resumed. This time, Shankar was well prepared and Bharti had to admit defeat. Both Mandan Mishra and Bharti renounced their home and became Shankar's disciples. This conversion brought not only many disciples to Shankar, it also added to his fame and clout. Now Shankar became Shankaracharya to the world. He resumed his countrywide tour on foot. He established many places of worship along the way. He is especially known to have set the 4 major Jyotirmaths or monasteries in India. In the south, Sringeri Math; in the east, Govardhan Math; in the west, Sharda Math; and in the north, Badrikashram. The credit of organizing the 4 major 12-yearly Kumbh Melas or fairs in Nasik, Ujjain, Prayag and Haridwar also go to him. While traveling, he reached his home in time to meet his dying mother. He gave her the final rites and moved on. Soon after this, Shankaracharya also left for the heavenly abode at a very early age of 35. He is known not only for his intellect and forbearance in uniting the country on the basis of religion, but also for his education and his writings. Thanks for being with us. Stay connected. Bye.